with 23 senators, Senator Bato is absent? With 23 senators present.
Senator Bato is absent? Absent? Sigurado kayo? Nako, mamaya na natin babaraan yung press ko na yan itong si SP Cayetano para dito sa mga Senate reporter, pambira. Pati ba naman yung togang daladala na yan itong si Manong, talagang gusto nyo pang kunan ng panayam kung kanino yan. Mamaya makikita nyo lahat ng senador ay nakatoga. Anak ng Petrang Garapata. Hindi na pagre-report yung ginagawa nyo na yan dyan sa Senado, katsismisan na lang. Napanood nyo yung ating intro. Palakpakan nyo natin. Yung mga Senate reporters. Ang like at subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button nandiyan lang ho sa baba. Ayun na nga mga kababayan. Napakarami hong kaganapan ngayong mga panahon na to, lalong-lalo na dyan sa Senado. Lacson, sa ulat na babalik si Escudero bilang SP. Simply and true. Simply and true. Parang ganyan din yung narinig ko, di ba? Noong nagkaroon ng ugong-ugong, napapalitan nitong si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano noon, itong si SP Sotto. Di ba? Ganyan na ganyan din. Hindi totoo yan. Wala namang palitan. Wala namang kami naririnig-rinig. Maya-maya, SP na itong si Escudero. Walang problema. Ang atin lang naman dito mga kababayan. Alam yan na mga kasama natin dito sa PH. At sigurado ako, karamihan ng mga kasama natin dito, magkakapares tayo ng sentimento. Ang gusto lang natin mangyari dito, magtuloy-tuloy ang investigasyon. Tuntunin natin kung sino nga ba ang mastermind sa mga maanumalyang flood control project. Kung bakit walang trabaho, kung bakit napakapangit ng kalagayan ng ating ekonomiya at ng bansa natin ngayong mga panahon na to. Napakalaking factor ho yan, nangyayaring kakurakutan sa administrasyon itong si Marcos Jr. Eto, re-recta na ho tayo dito sa mga Senate reporter. Pambihira talaga kayo. Eto, panoorin natin.
Ang bala dyan.
Hinabol pa talaga tong si Manong. Pambihira kayo. Nakakita lang sila ng kulay maroon na ro. Bakala mo naman, kanino puro yan? Mag-i-impeachment lahat na senador, nakarob. Ano ba? May nayupak na to. Sir, di ba nakikita, bulang ka ba? Ang sarap pagbabatukan itong mga Senate reporter na to. Pambihira. Parang ang trabaho ng mga Senate reporter dyan sa Senado, magchismisan. Parang ng Petrang Garapata, mag-uumpisa na ho ata ang Senate Session number 64. Parang kaabang-abang ho itong Senate Session number 64 na to. Pakinggan muna natin itong press ko nitong si SP Alan. Ojo, ready. Guys, ready ha?
Mic test.
Okay na.
Mic test. Okay.
Oh.
So good afternoon everyone.
Hey.
So we're gonna have a short majority caucus, but we met over the weekend. Hindi lang kami kompleto. We all agreed naman na in accordance with the Constitution and the rules of the Senate, dalawa ang priority parate, di ba? Organization of the Senate. And so the committees naman na hindi controversial na pwede na naming basahin. And then to go to straight to refer the articles of impeachment to the Committee on Rules, which will report out right away, and then mag-convene na yung impeachment court. So that's the plan. Having said that, there are 24 senators. Some have already manifested to you their intent to bring up other matters which are most welcome. If ako tatanungin, I'd rather tapusin muna yung dalawang yon dahil precisely hindi pwede namang sobrang daming priorities. We have to prioritize. So when I say organizing the Senate, that's the committees. Of course, any move to change the leadership is also a priority. That's the prerogative of anyone, anytime.
First question.
Sir, kasi nung Friday kayo rin po yung nagsabi na may kumakausap from minority sa mga members ng majority. How stable is your majority block? May mga nagpaalam na po ba sa inyong lilipat sa kabila?
As of last night and as of yung sa group namin a few minutes ago, it's more all rumors. Pero hindi nagbago yung sinabi ko sa inyo. There were meetings that took place, calls from both sides. May enticement, may pananakot. To be fair, it's not all willing and dealing. May appeal to the country, appeal to ganito, ganyan, etc. So, but as I said dun sa ating...
Yung ibang tinatakot nilang mga senador, matagal na hong takot. Pambihira. Si Escudero, Joel Villanueva. Paano yung patatakotin yung matagal ng takot? Ito talaga si Bonjing. Pambihira.
Bishops at pastors who prayed for the nation today dito sa Senate. Yung attack on the Senate started naman in 2023, di ba? Nung gusto nilang i-abolish ang Senate. And I really believe that the events in the last few months was also intentional na ma-weaken ang Senate because bubuhayin yung constitutional change, except this time around, regional Senate ang gusto nila.
Nako.
But to do that, part of the enticement is that may term extension, and then yun nga, regional Senate. In theory, maganda yon kasi each region will have their senators. But the reality is, if you have 36, 48, 60 senators, yung possibility na maging rubber stamp, nandun talaga.
Correct.
Diba? So at this time of crisis, I don't take it against anyone of thinking about political reforms, whether maganda yung motibo o hindi. Pero naghihirap ang tao eh. So whether you talk about electricity...
Siguro yung mga adik sa Malacanang, nagbe-brainstorming sila. Ano kaya kung baguhin natin saligang bagas? Kulang pa yung mga ninakaw natin eh. Panahon ng tatay ko, diktador siya, magnanakaw. Panahon ko ngayon, magnanakaw din ako. At borderline dictator na ako. Bago hindi natin saligang batas para talaga masolidify ko tong kabalbalan ko na to. Laban. Senalan laban lang. SP Alan laban lang.
Agriculture, prices of gamot, prices of rice, dun muna sana. Having said that, kanya-kanyang pananaw yan eh. Iba pananaw din nila sa Senate leadership, di ba? Yung anyone but Cayetano, nung nag-attempt kami nung February, yung kandidato namin yun din ang sinabi sa amin eh. Anyone but siya. So ang point ko, I think it's more of anyone that they cannot control.
Sir, isa lang sa akin. As of 2:03 ngayong hapon, you have 13, sir. Can you say that?
To the best of my knowledge, wala namang dun sa aming kamusta check, usap tayo mamaya, punta dito, di ba? So now, if pag-usap namin, biglang may kakausap sa amin, that's beyond my control. No? So meaning, as of Saturday and Sunday, so nag-meet pa kami Saturday, usap, made calls, hindi ko naman nakausap lahat yesterday, talk to some, okay pa lahat, sabi walang bibigay, pero grabe ang pressure. At saka talagang pinag-aaway, sinasabi daw may 13 na, may 14. So as of this morning, 7 o'clock, 7:35, sa 8 o'clock may tumatawag na. So okay, wala namang hindi sumasagot sa chat groups at sa communication namin, di ba? Having said that, if may palitan naman, it would be smart naman to tell us in the last minute. And it would be smart to tell in the last minute, and I won't take it against them. Diba? So simple lang yan. Kung nilagay ako dito ng Panginoon for an 8-day mission, tatanggapin ko yon. Pero kung ang mission ko is simulan yung impeachment, tatanggapin ko rin yon. Diba? Yung isang senyales sa akin doon, kung gaano kadali na nakuha ko yung Senate presidency, gaano kadali in the sense that, saan ka nakakita, 12, hindi mo nililigawan, hindi mo pinapangakuan ng committees or kung anuman, lahat ng kapangyarihan around this earth ginamit against, pero they're sticking together, ituloy natin. So it's a privilege serving you, serving our people, serving the Senate. But pag sinabi nilang iiba direction, I will respect that.
So tanggap niyo, sir, sorry to ask, if you will be the shortest serving SP, sir?
It's not how long your life is, it's how meaningful it is. Diba? Some people live 100 years and say, where has the time gone? Diba? The Lord Jesus lived a little bit over 30 years, pero in 3 years, nagawa niya lahat ng gusto niyang gawin. Of course, I'm human. I think I can do much more if it's 8 months rather than 8 days, but that's not in my control.
Timor Santos, please watch.
Hi sir. Sir, your reaction lang po, merong mga calls for your resignation after what happened. Binabatikos po yung pag-alis ni Senator Bato, the shooting incident, and si Director Matibag also said you should be held accountable. Your reaction to all these?
Okay. Hindi pa naman ako SP, pinag-resign na ako eh. Buong buhay ko naman ganun eh, diba? So certain people are called for the job. So even before I took office as Senate President, tinanong ko sa 12, bakit ako? And may reason kung bakit ako. Maybe because I was there during the time of crisis. You remember, nung pandemic, nag-break ang Senate, diba? Ang House, mas marami kami. Gusto nila mag-break kami. Sabi ko, hindi pwede. Kailangan makita nila may gobyerno. Konti na lang siguro tayo dito. I don't blame naman yung mga nagsuggest sa akin Wednesday night na wala daw pasok the next day, Thursday, at i-cancel lahat. Sabi ko, hindi pwede. Kailangan makita nila may gobyerno dito. So, ang message ko sa NBI, hindi nyo natibag ang Senado.
Palakpakan natin ang liderato nitong si SP Cayetano. Hindi natibag ni Matibag. Wordplay.
Alan Cayetano, hindi nyo natibag ang Senado. So, kung sino man, if I continue or may papalit sa akin, okay, ulitin ko ha, during my watch, hindi nyo natibag ang Senado.
Saludo,
Now,
SP.
kung if I remain or kung papalitan ako, sana hindi matibag ang Senado. The Senate is a target, di ba? Because we are the last line of defense sa pagdating ng hindi impartial na impeachment. We're the last line of defense sa budget. We're the last line of defense sa charter change. We're the last line of defense sa kung merong gustong yumura o sumira sa ating democracy. I'm not saying we, the Senate. But leadership matters. Di ba? So dun sa nagsasabing take responsibility, kayo pumasok dito, kayo na maril eh. Tapos kami pagre-resign ninyo. Dapat kayo mag-resign. Di ba? Pati yung mga ibang nagsasabing take responsibility for the shooting. I take responsibility for my reaction. Di ba? So kung mamato ako dito, batuhin niyo ako pabalik, kayo magre-resign. Ako na mato eh. The one who takes, you take responsibility for your action. So I will take responsibility for my reaction. How I handled everything. But I cannot take responsibility for them shooting at us. Confirmed na, may gunpowder yung hinuli. Sa loob ng Senado hinuli yun ha. Until this time, may nagsasabi sa Pangulo na ang NBI daw nasa GSIS, wala daw dito sa loob at hindi daw nagpaputok. So makikita mo there's a lying all over going around. If they can lie with that same
Jump pack na naman ang Senado. Wag ko kayong magalala ha. Habang pinapanood nyo ito, nakantabay tayo sa Senado. Nag-ano pa lang ho sila. Di ko alam kung kanino nagdarasal itong si Kiko Pangilinan, pero nandun pa lang ho tayo sa parte na yun. Once na umabot ho tayo sa parte na kung saan magkakaalaman na, dadaling ko kagad doon kahit hindi pa tapos ang speech itong si SP Cayetano.
polling, di ba? So sabi ko nga sa grupo namin, guys, hindi pwedeng maging general rule yung ginawa ng NBI. Tinetesting nila yung Senado. Unfortunately, dati, maraming nag-invoke dun sa spirit ni Salonga, Recto, Tanyada, yung Osmeña, Rojas, yung ating mga greats, di ba? In the past, pagka inatak ang Senate, nagka-come together lahat ng senador. Ngayon,
Hindi.
algorithm at political bias na. That's what's sad about it. No? All the evidence is there. I mean, it's beyond our control na, like sa inyo, di ba? Pag dumating na sa editor, dumating na sa final, dumating sa live interviews, hindi nyo kontrolado lahat yon. Pero yung personal experience nyo at personal testimony nyo, meaning, pag tinanong kayo ng kapatid nyo, anak nyo, pag uwi nyo, ano ba talaga nangyari? Eyewitness din kayo eh. Diba? So, yun din ang ano ko sa inyo. Kung eyewitness kayo and you think I did wrong, I won't take it against you for calling for the resignation. But if you're telling me na kontrolado ko yung NBI, so dun sa nagsabing scripted, di ba? Ang galing ko naman na pati NBI is under my command pala.
So you won't resign, sir?
There's no reason to eh. Di ba? Many of those who are calling for
Sino yun? Si Mian Los Baños? Siya sa pinaka-chismosang reporter dyan sa Senado.
Resignation are political operators. Dati na silang may, meaning nung nasa DFA ako, resign Alan. Nung nasa Speaker's Office ako, resign Alan. Nung minority leader ako, resign Alan. Nag-ano lang ngayon, nag-echo lang ngayon dahil nga sa mga pangyayari. But for me, it's concerted effort from day one to get me out because they want someone they can control. The only thing I promise the 13 is I follow God. Diba? And you know, following God is easy if you know exactly what He's telling you to do. Diba? Pero if you have 5 decisions to make and all of them are godly decisions, hindi madali mag-discern na ano ba dapat gawin. So for example, as long as I tell the truth, that's godly, diba? But do I extend a friendly hand in friendship? Diba? Do I tell everyone, let's work together? Or do I pound the table muna para alam nilang hindi pwedeng ganito yung Senate? Those are everyday decisions. That needs wisdom. And I'm not claiming to have all the wisdom, diba? But uulitin ko lang ha, collaboration, okay. Pero yung sunod-sunod kami sa inyo at hawak nyo kami sa liig, hindi pwede yun. Collaboration, our government needs collaboration. The 3 great branches of government, judiciary, executive, they have to work together. Senate, House, we have to work together. But yung sasabihin mag-surrender or puppet SP ka, hindi ka tatanggalin, pero kung ano sabihin namin, sumunod ka, sorry, hindi ko style yun.
Last question, Ma'am Gonzales.
Hi, SP.
Palakpakan natin ang ating SP. Hindi ko style yun. Hindi ako kagaya ni Tuta Sotto na pwedeng gawing utusan na parang aso, di ba? Ayos.
Hingi lang po kami ng status ni sa Aplaska kung suspended po ba siya and si Sec Dong
That's
po.
part of our, thank you for that question. So
Pati
that's-
sir lang si Sec Dong Mendoza nag-resign daw po.
To be fair kay Sec Dong, siguro a few minutes after mag-resign yung dating OSAA, he told me na magre-resign siya. I told him I want him around. And then, sorry, hindi ko lang alam yung exact date. He actually handed me a written resignation.
Ayaw na ho nilang maging collateral damage dito sa panggugulo na to ng executive. Diyan sa Malacanang, diyan sa Senado. Kasi pati yung mga yan, madadamay ho yung mga yan, yung mga adik yung mga nasa Malacanang.
And dati ko naman siyang kaibigan. Never ko siyang kapartido, but he's always been forthright with me, always had worked in candor. Alam ko naman alam niya biases ko, alam ko biases niya. And then he could have gone home Wednesday night nung marami nagchichismisan na umuwi na kayo or marami nagtatextan na umuwi na kayo. But he stayed, no? So actually sa isang news ko nakita yon this morning. So I haven't talked to any of them. I went straight to the hearing ni Senator Pia on electricity, high prices of electricity, then to the a prayer for the nation, then here. So I'll deal with that kung kay Sec Gendong. And then kay there are 3 options kasi. There's a legal memo prepared for me to discuss with the legal team. I'd like to thank, diba, nasa internet pinost naman ni Attorney Tolentino, Mark Tolentino, na may separation of powers kasi. And then may certain officials na pwede i-suspend o hindi. And everyone was emotional during the weekend, kaya nga Saturday sabi ko, prayer and reflection. Hindi ko na sinagot yung kay Ombudsman na walang nagtanggap dito. Kasi wala naman tayong trabaho ng Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wala naman official na pwedeng tumanggap. To my knowledge, wala naman yung supina. CCTV, walang question doon. Kung may miscommunication, it was cleared up naman, di ba? It's not true na walang CCTV. Meron, pero the lights were out eh. So hindi lahat singlinaw nung iba. Number 2, as soon as Secretary John Vic called me, yun ang una niyang hiningi, secure the CCTVs. When he got here, inulit ko sa harap, 2 copies. Sabi ko, gumawa kayong 2 copies, pero sa harap nila kayo gumawa ng 2 copies para alam yung original. So yung isa nasa PNP or, I don't think it's with DILG, I think it's with PNP. So, dun sa DOJ at saka sa Ombudsman.
Ito lipat na ho tayo. Nag-uumpisa na ho ang bakbakan diyan sa plenaryo. Pakinggan natin, tingnan natin kung merong mga merong bilang yung kampon ng kadiliman diyan sa Senado. Game. Lagyan kayo. Tara.
Senator Ejercito.
Nako, ito
Senator
na, roll call na.
Escudero.
Nako, ito na.
Senator Estrada.
Ito na, pinokos.
Senator Gatchalian.
Pinokos.
Senator Go.
Yan.
Senator Hontiveros.
PH. Di ba? Presscon, sabay plenaryo, saan ka pa, PH, update ka na. Kaya di po ako nakasubscribe. Isang like at subscribe, masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga gusto sumama sa ating community. Let's go, sali na ho kayo.
Senator Lacson. Senator Lapid.
Nakita na, ito
Senator
na.
Ligarda. Senator Marcoleta. Senator Marcos. Senator Padilla. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Sotto. Senator Tulfo Erwin. Senator Tulfo Rafi. Senator Villanueva. Senator Villar Camil. Senator Villar Mark. Senator Subiri. The Senate President is present.
Yun na. Ano, may tatayo? Mga walang bilang. Si Tuta. Gusto ko makita si Tuta. Si Tuta. Naka ng tuta mo. Ano, tatayo wala?
With 23 senators, Senator Bato is absent? Okay, with 23 senators present.
Senator Bato is absent? Absent? Sigurado kayo?
The chair declares presence of a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we proceed, may I just
Maganda yung smile nitong bata ko dito. Maganda yung smile niya.
be allowed to recognize guests from the gallery, guests of Senator Ligarda, Mayor Mar Mission of San Remigio Antique. Mr. President. Mr. President, at this juncture, we would like to, first of all, put on record our sincerest thanks and gratitude for the valuable contribution of our Secretary General of the Senate, And I've seen firsthand his sacrifices and willingness to walk the extra mile just to preserve the dignity of the institution. So we just want to put that on record.
At the right time, I think we should honor him with a resolution.
Yes.
And is he also the first to be a secgen of both the House and the Senate? And to be fair, he actually resigned right away. I asked him to continue. And actually, I'm asking him to continue in a different manner. But dear colleagues, the Secgen Mendoza did a great service to both houses.
We
and I'd
wanted
like
to put on
recognize
record, the name is Dong Mendoza,
Yes.
former congressman of the great province of Batangas. And with that, Mr. President, and following the relinquishment of the position by our former Secretary of the Senate, I move that we proceed to the election of a new Secretary of the Senate. So move, Mr. President.
Yes. I consulted the minority leader, and because the Secgen will also be the clerk of court of the impeachment proceeding. So there are no objections. We will proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President,
Ano lang, tatayo.
in accordance to Rule 2,
Pambihira
Section
naman,
2 of the Rules of the Senate, may I respectfully nominate Jose Luis Garcia Montales as the new Secretary of the Senate. So move, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? Hearing none.
Thank you, Mr. President. And there being no other nominations, may I respectfully move that the period of nominations be closed. So move, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? Hearing none. The motion is approved. Pursuant to the rules of the Senate, there being no other candidate for the position of Senate Secretary, the voting will be viva voce. Those voting for Attorney Montales, please say aye. The ayes have it. Congratulations, Attorney Jose Luis Montales. Those who are again, say nay. Okay. Thank you very much for the ayes have it. And Jose Luis Montales is hereby declared as proclaimed as the Secretary of the Senate, the second to have been both Secgen of the House and the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I move for a minute suspension to allow our new Senate Secretary to ascend the rostrum and take his oath. So move, Mr. President.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Finorward na
Hearing none, the motion
natin.
is
Ito
approved.
na ba yun?
Mr. President, at this juncture, I move that we proceed with the reference of business.
Reference of
Is
business
there any
na yan,
objection? If not, the motion is approved.
Napakagandang makita ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano na siya yung pumupukpok ng martilyo diyan sa Senado, di ba? Ito si si Tuta Sotto problema sa kanya, kandidato siya ng mga alyansa ng mga magnanakaw
Messages from the House of Representatives. Letter from the House of Representatives transmitting to the Senate 27 copies of Committee Report number 261 on House Resolution number 989 titled Resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte, together with the annexes thereto, and 27 USB devices containing file copies of the above.
Refer to the Committee on Rules.
Letter from the House of Representatives transmitting to the Senate the sealed box containing the documents from the Bureau of Internal Revenue relative to the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte.
Refer to the Committee on Rules.
Letter from the House of Representatives informing the Senate that, in accordance with Section 16, Rule 6 of the Rules of Procedure in the impeachment proceedings of the House of Representatives, 20th Congress, Representatives Luis Ro, Ridon, Gutierrez, Zamora, Defensor, Diokno, De Lima, Bagao, Flores, Suan, and Chua have been elected as prosecutors in the impeachment trial against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte.
Refer to the Committee on Rules. Acting Majority Leader.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Mr.
The
President,
Minority Leader is recognized.
Ito na.
I heard, and we saw the notice
Ito na.
the message from the House of Representatives, and you have referred the articles of impeachment to the Committee on Rules. May we know if we have already constituted the Committee on Rules?
The Committee on Rules is in the acting capacity. So in accordance with Section 19, the same members and Senator Villanueva. Actually, for your information, Minority Leader, we were in caucus and
Akala ko pa naman yun na. Nagpabida lang pala itong si Scalera. Akala ko bibilang na, wala ko pala.
wanted to meet also the minority to start reading the committee chairmanships, but we thought it prudent to convene the court first. And then when we remove after we convene the court and suspend, we can go back into session to start reading the committees.
So I take it that right now the chairman of the Committee on Rules is in an acting capacity.
Yes, Senator Villanueva.
And
in
the
acting.
membership at this point would only be the ex-officio members.
And the members before all positions were declared
holdover
vacant.
from the
Holdover,
previous,
yes. In accordance with Section 19.
Hindi sila nagmamadali. Diba? Kung sino pa rin yung mga member sa sila muna, yan yung muna. Hindi naman natin kailangan madaliin niya. Kailangan natin madaliin yung Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. Magano na tayo, magtalaga na tayo ng bagong chairperson dyan. SP Cayetano.
Will you refresh me with Section 19, Your Honor, Mr. President? Because
Yes, yes. And to be fair,
because in that
Senator
case-
Pangilinan has a interpretation question. That's why we referred this to the Committee on Rules.
Okay.
The chairman and the members of the permanent committee shall commence in the exercise of their duties upon election. They shall cease when their successor shall have been elected or designated. So since we have not yet
Elected, designated.
or designated
Yun
their
muna.
successors,
Yun
except
ang naiintindihan ko, di ako senador. Pero di ko alam kung dito kay One Bull, kung naiintindihan niya yun.
for the majority leader, our interpretation that it continues. But Senator Pangilinan did bring up the seeming conflict that if it's all seats vacant, then it's
Yes,
vacant. But
precisely.
then my initial statement was that you harmonize the rules, and if you harmonize it with pragmatically with what's happening, then we should never have a complete vacancy. Having said that, it is with the Committee on Rules, but I don't think Senator Villanueva scheduled it for hearing until we have the permanent members, just to be sure. And we hope to start doing that this afternoon.
we will accept that for now, Mr.
Yes,
President.
thank you, Minority Leader.
Wala ka naman, Chis, kundi accept anong gusto mo gawin. Maglipasan ka dyan, magwala ka dyan. Punta ka sa Malacanang, doon ka tumahol. Puntahan mo yung mga amo mo doon.
We make a note of the manifestation.
And,
Thank you.
and I will note and recognize not only your observations today, but the observation of Senator Pangilinan. And if we need to clarify later on, it will be a good opportunity for us to look at the rules, given the 1392 present setup, unless we are overtaken by events. Okay. Majority Leader?
Correction, Mr. President. 1311.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been corrected because Senator Subiri and Senator JV said that they are independent, but same with Senator
13-11. Basta yung 13, huwag kayong bibitaw. Okay? Yan yung sila yun, ayan yung mga 11 na yan. Diba? Baka may maleta na yung iba dyan.
P and I, we started out independent, and then Senator Subiri asked us if for the purposes of we can join the majority. So it's their choice if they remain minority or they join the majority, or if you can get 2 more members, then you will be the new majority.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President, may I?
Of course, former Senate President Subiri.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would like to be associated with the minority bloc, Mr. President, if I may. Binatigos nga ako nila, sabi nila na ako yung nag-fence sitting at nag-abstain. Nag-abstain lang ako para have a free hand to vote on which issue that I think is important for the Filipino people. But when it comes to the organization, I would like to associate myself with the minority, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Subiri. So, Senator Ercito would also like to manifest.
Yes, first of all, Mr. President, I'd like to thank Mr. President for the trust and honor that I was offered to become the majority leader. But as I have mentioned to you personally, that as of this time, I would rather maintain my independence and with what is happening all over.
Hindi ka podcast kasi niya si Boying. Hindi siya pwedeng pumunta kay ano. Paano na lang yung podcast nila ni Boying, di ba? Si NJP, di ba?
I think I'll be able to perform my task very well and my pet programs very well as an independent. But again, nonetheless, Mr. President, I would like to thank you for the trust and confidence. Being majority leader is a very, of course, it's one of the most powerful.
Nakaganyan lang si Jinggoy. Ano pinagsasabi nitong bata na to? Ha? Kalukuhan na naman. Kapodcast na si Boying, ha?
I would say position in the Senate. But I guess I have at this point I would like to maintain my independence.
And I also understand. I also recognize that you will say that you will be our number 14. But until the time that we vote, any member, we have to respect their decision and always ascribe good faith. So we will continue to be good friends despite the political divisions or the nomenclature of who is in the majority or the minority. So for the purposes of today to the future, and unless a change is made, will you be an independent or will you be with the minority?
Yes, for now, Mr. President, I'll be with the minority.
Okay.
But again, I'd like to thank you for that and
Minority.
for the respect. And
So,
we'll still
11:30.
be friends. No matter what. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Senator Ejercito. So the Secretariat has that noted, and we can now compute the membership at a 13-11 proportion.
Wow, manipis talaga. Dalawa lang ang... 12. Dalawa lang nga ang babaliktad tapos ang usapan dito.
So that we do not, we're not accused of any delay. Acting Majority Leader, what's your pleasure
Yes, Mr.
about the
President.
articles of
Yes,
impeachment?
Mr.
that has been
President, just to
referred?
put on record, as Senator JV made mention, his statement is for the purposes of proportional representation in the membership of committees. Also, Mr. President, Senator Lacson asked this representation to put also on record the membership of the Senate Committee on Rules or ex-officio members would have to be the new ex-officio members. So just to put that
Yes.
on record, Mr. President.
That's a correct observation from Senator Lacson.
Thank you. Mr. President, with the permission of the body, the articles of impeachment have been referred to the Committee on Rules.
Kala ko pa man meron na.
May I
Wala pa pala eh.
respectfully move to refer the articles of impeachment to the impeachment court. I so move, Mr. President.
Oh,
Any
yun,
objection?
O baka mag-o-object tong si ano, ito si Tuta Sotto. O si Pinglason Boytago.
No objection.
Kung meron tayong Pinglason Boytago, kung meron silang Pinglason Boytago, o meron tayong Sen Bato, Boy ka pa. Boy takbo.
is so referred.
Mr. President, may I move that
Stay strong, 13. Stay strong.
we suspend
Huwag kayo magpadala. San Joel, alam ko tinatakot ka. Ha? Alam ko tinatakot ka. Wala akong power. Wala akong power. Walang power. Ano na ho ito? Dito ko na ho siguro tatapusin. O ipopost ko muna to para mamaya ituloy ho natin. Wala akong power ngayon. Wala akong power na ano. Ito siguro yung ano, rotational power. Lang yan. Tuloy natin. Game.
Mr. President, may I move that we suspend the
Wala
session
power eh.
to convene the impeachment court. So move, Mr. President.
Ayun.
If there's no objection, we will suspend then convene the impeachment court.
Ayos. Tuloy ho natin yung kay SP Cayetano.
2 copies. Sabi ko, gumawa kayong 2 copies, pero sa harap nila kayo gumawa ng 2 copies para alam yung original. So yung isa nasa PNP or, I don't think it's with DILG, I think it's with PNP. So, dun sa DOJ at saka sa Ombudsman, wag sila mangamba na matamper yon kasi hawak na ng gobyerno right after the incident. No? But as far as NBI and DOJ investigating, suspect sila eh. So paano sila mag-imbestiga? Diba? That's why nga pumayag ako ng joint investigation kasi I am sure that someone will point the fingers sa mga taga-Senado. So kung suspect ka rin, hindi pwedeng ikaw lang mag-imbestiga. Diba? That's why I also appeal to all of you, whoever has videos, to the proper authorities kasama namin. So actually, I've been scanning the news and internet at kung ano man videos lumalabas doon, kinukuha din namin para maayos natin in a very logical and scientific manner.
Sorry, so clarification lang po. Si Saa Aplaska, pati po si Sec.
I'll update you maybe in an hour or two kung anong decision. And I promised also both the majority and the whole 24 senators na magiging consultative or consensus yung aming decision making, di ba? So I don't think yung whether or not yung suspend. Remember, he's acting So hindi naman siya regular sergeant at arms, meaning he should also have an option na kung ayaw na niya, di ba? But he's been there, he's been reporting, he's doing his job. I don't think he deserves this, but sabi niya, sir, sundalo ako, sanay ako dyan.
Clarify si General Aplaska pa rin po yung Senate Sergeant at Arms na
Yeah, we haven't made a decision. Kasi one option, di ba, is sundin yung ombudsman. The other nga is may legal opinion na it's the Senate that can suspend, hindi sila. And then one is to suspend pero to question sa CA. The other one is sila mag-question sa CA. So there's really 1,000 decisions that have to be made, but I just want to focus on convening as an impeachment court, organizing the Senate para wala nang magsabi-sabi na delay. Beside those 2 priorities, then pwede natin isa-isahin kung ano man ang mga kailangan nating gawin. No?
Sir, so your priority is committee chairmanship.
Organizing the Senate in general. So
Okay.
that right now, that means the committee
Yung
chairman.
karga sa lagi magtanong yan, si Mian Los Baños.
Naman-
Sismosa ng Senate reporter.
Committee chairmanship and convening the impeachment court, pero pag may tumayo to change leadership, hindi niyo po harangin.
That's the right. But priorities are priorities.
Sintu talaga tong si Mian Los Baños. Paano haharangin? Anong ba siya? Ba't haharangin? Anak ng toko, hinarang ba si SP Cayetano noong tumayo sila na bakante ng pwesto ng Senate President? Sintu.
Priorities, di ba?
So kahit may tumayo po,
Diba, sila naman nagsasabi before, or kakampi nila kung hindi sila, na didelay namin yung impeachment. So kung gusto nilang i-delay nila. I've been in the Senate long enough na kahit majority ka, kung gusto mo talagang i-delay, maraming pwedeng gawin Di ba? Sabay-sabay lang kayo tumayo, madidelay mo. But I'm expecting a very naman decent and honorable exchange mamaya.
so if
Di ba?
there will be moves, sorry sir, isa lang.
Yes,
If there will be a move for a change of leadership, ipopush nyo na
Priority
mag-convene
yun.
muna.
Hindi. If there's a move to change leadership, priority yun. Oo. Yun ang So, if you look at the Constitution, getting the Senate organized is the priority. Kasi how can you even convene the court if you're not organized? How can you have
Si Mela, tanungin natin, baka alam niya kung paano gagawin.
hearings if you're not organized? After organization, ano yung mga constitutional mandates? Siyempre, mandate to make laws, pero everyday yon. But to convene, di ba, and given the national clamor or trauma, whatever side you're on, may mawawala ba na we convene and start the process, di ba? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Natakot itong si JV, no? Natakot siya kay Boeing Remulla. Baka tanggalin siya doon sa podcast nila sa DZRH. Natakot. Oh. Ano pa ba meron dito? Nasuspend na ho sila. Ay na mga kababayan, dito na natatapusin ang ating reaction video. Wala ho nga leadership change. Ibig sabihin, solid pa rin ho yung ating Trece. Mag-ingat ho kayo lahat. Mahal natin ng Pilipinas. Marami ho salamat mga kababayan. Walang leadership change.